everyone, Auntie Tambarambaa, also known as Tammy Klinger, here again today. Thanks so much for stopping by my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to create this gorgeous rainbow Art by Marlene page using the latest signature collection that she has not long released. So I'll just go through what I'm using. Those Quirky People paper elements are just divine, so I've grabbed those. I've also grabbed the new watercolour paints. Such gorgeous colours, as you can see there. And I've grabbed a couple of sponges. I always have sponges and new brushes on hand. I've always got the sticky glue on hand. I grabbed the new ticket stamp set. I'm quite disappointed in myself that I actually forget to use that. But I've also grabbed the essential mixed elements as well. And then the new perfect size journal. So I grab a sheet of paper, and I decide to do it in a landscape orientation. Sorry, I forgot my words. And I saw that cute little guy with the flowers, and it just reminded me of a quote that's in one of Marlene's older quotes that says, "Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud." So that was my jumping off point, and I thought, right, I'm going to put a big giant rainbow behind him using the watercolours. So that's basically what I've done. I've just spritzed water onto my watercolour tray and let it sort of work its magic a little bit. And then I've just come in using a brush. I'm using the watercolour brush, and I've just gone, of course, red first, then I've gone some orange, then I've gone yellow, then I went a lime green, and then a deeper green. And I'm working on the blue. I think I'd do a deeper blue as well. And then I go into purple. So I basically just go the traditional rainbow colours and just fill it all in. So there's a lighter purple, like a pinky purple, and then a darker purple as well. And I love the way the watercolour looks. It's a bit softer than the acrylic paints and a bit more forgiving. So yeah, I keep putting my little guy down to make sure that I'm happy as to where he is. And I thought I had worked out how to stop the autofocus on my phone, but alas, it does not look like I have. So I'm sorry if that does make you feel a bit unwell. I probably should edit it out for you. But anyway, it's in there today. So then I've grabbed the mixed element stamps, and because the watercolour is nice and soft, it's not really vibrant, I wanted to put some decoration in there. Now you could use little bits of stencils, you could use all sorts of things here, but I grabbed the mixed element stamps because they've got nice little patterny stamps in there. And I actually meant to come back in with the ticket stamps and put some of the new little funky dots and crosses in there as well. But what often happens when I'm creating is I forget about everything else that perhaps I should be doing or I intend to do, or, you know, everything in the house, and I just focus on what I'm doing, and I love that. So that's what's happened today. So I'm basically using Distress Oxide in colours that match the rainbow colours. You could also use stamps and paint to do this, like maybe some acrylic paint to do this, but I just found it easy and quick with the ink. So I've basically chosen some of the smaller patterns. So there's some circles, there's some moon shapes, there's some crosses, there's some little stars, little dots, there's all sorts there. So I really like how that's just added a bit of texture and a bit of extra depth to my background. Now I'm putting the guy back on, and I'm having a little play with some of the paper elements. And this one I've grabbed the Back to Nature paper elements, mainly because it had a gorgeous cloud in it, and I knew it would go really well with my quote. And then I just flipped through to see what else I could find. So that's what something I love about Marlene's products is that you get, doesn't matter if you've got old and you mix it with some of the new, if you can't get everything, but you just get a few things, it's all going to work together beautifully. So I decided to choose a few backgrounds there, little die cuts. I chose a couple of flowers, and I kind of tried to match them to the colours in the background. So for example, there was a greeny aqua flower and yellow, and that will go nicely in the green and yellow area. And then also I've got a yellow and orange. So, and I also added in a little ladybug that's got red and white spots, but I trimmed off his head because I just wanted it to look like red and white spots, and that will sort of hover near the red area. Okay, so I've skipped ahead here, and I added some black watercolour to the background, and I decided at this point it wasn't bold enough, and this is where I wish, as you know, when I take you through my art, I always show you my process, and that way you can see that I don't always love everything I'm doing. Sometimes I wish I hadn't done things, and these black lines are a classic example of that. I went in really hard and probably with too thick a pen and began outlining the different colours, and I kind of wish I'd left it softer. Anyway, what's done is done. So what I need to do now is fix that and blend that in. So what I've done is I used originally a thicker black paint pen, but I've come in with some fine black paint pen as well, just to add some sort of more scribbly lines. I think just that one bold line didn't look right. So this is a way to kind of forgive what I have done. So I've added lots of the scribbles in, and then I decide to go with that black so it doesn't look like I did a whoopsie. I need to deepen up my background. So I grab the pitch paint, which is the black paint, and just paint out that little background area. And already this has made a difference. I'm like, okay, it's not a complete disaster. I can work with this. So I've just been trimming off some of the edges to the die cuts just to cut them out a bit more, so there's no white background. And then I just start to glue them into place. So you can see the blue clouds kind of on the blue, the green flowers on the green, the yellows on the yellow. I've just kind of tried to match it in. Then I use a few little watercolour bits to just deepen up some of those colours a little bit on the cutouts, the die cuts. And there's that gorgeous quote that I love that is just perfect with this page, because he just looks like he would be a rainbow in your cloud. He has come to cheer you up with flowers. And I guess the black quote really helps that black background and that black strong lines I added look like it's meant to be there. So, you know, I guess at the end of this page, you know, it looks great and I'm really happy with it. But I'm trying to show you my process, that sometimes we go, and there's that moment where you just want to chuck it away or start again or gesso over it, but don't. You never know. You can usually save pretty much anything. So also I love I love polka dots and stripes in black and white against colour. So I come in with the lace paint and I just, straight from the tube, because it's got the fine tip, I just add some white dots to the background, and that's it. I'm actually happy with it. After all the changes it went through and all the whoopsies, I'm actually happy with it. So I know you like seeing my whole process, so again I've left that here with you. So I'll leave you with some close-ups, and I hope you're having fun with the new collection, and if you haven't got your hands on it, I hope you do soon. Anyway, I'll be back again soon. As always, leave me a comment. Thanks, bye.